We really don't want to talk about Man United. Really, we promise. This week's discussion was supposed to be about how Manchester City are almost certain of winning the title after beating Chelsea at the Etihad. But noisy neighbours Man United just had to spoil it all. They let a 2-goal lead slip at Aston Villa. Adding salt to the wound, the equaliser was scored by a former Liverpool player for a side managed by a Liverpool legend. Ouch. As you can see here, Man United are now 7th, a good 5 points behind 4th place West Ham and a whopping 24 points behind Manchester City. And it's only January. Just what has Ralf Rangnick changed since taking over from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? We'll let the devil speak. Rangnick was supposed to make Man United better than they were under Solskjaer. Are they really any better now?
We have to understand that Rangnick is still new, right? Players need to adapt to the new tactical formations. When you have a new coach, you would have all these new things that they have to adapt, right? And it would take time. And playing the 4-2-2, it's not easy for a team that has been playing like 4-2-3-1 for the longest time, right? Under Ole. Are they better right now? Not really, right? He needs to understand that these players from big clubs, they have a certain ego that they have with them, right? And he needs to deal with that, right? So that might be something that he did not expect that he would have to deal with Manchester United, because you have to understand these players have some kind of ego and they need to understand who is in charge. So Rangnick really needs to do something with that, right? To keep their ego in check.
Why do you think it's going to take some time for the team to gel?
To do a high press, you need to have players with, like physical capacity to run, all over the place. But when you look at Manchester United, under statistics wise, they are quite low in ranks when you look at, in terms of running and covering kilometers in the pitch. So it will take some time because the players need to, get used to the whole thing. Because Rangnick comes from a background of high pressing and with younger players. Our team is filled with younger players, but it will take time for them to adapt also, because for the past 3 years, we have not been a pressing team. We actually tried to press under Ole recently against Liverpool, but it backfired terribly. So that's where we got, thrashed, to be honest. So it will take some time, but we are doing well. If you look at Aston Villa game, for 31 minutes, I think Aston Villa didn't really have a shot on target. So consistency is key. I think as games goes by, I think we'll get used to his tactics.
Rangnick spoke impressively before and when he was appointed. Do you now think he's just a good talker?
Actually, for the past few seasons, to be honest, we haven't really had a back-to-back clean sheet. But I think now we are actually trying to do something about it. Our defense is looking much more solid now. And the thing is, we used to be a team that is very good when we play second half. But now it's the other way around. We are good in first half. Second half, we tend to lose, tempo in the game. So I think that is due to the players' stamina and, how they actually endure. Their endurance mainly in the game. So they need to somehow manage their endurance and, improve their stamina as well, which will take some time for sure. Because Rangnick's training is very aggressive. He has this clock in the training pitch, if I'm not mistaken, like 10 seconds. So you need to press as soon as possible in that 10 seconds and then make some shot and everything. So his training is very, very much different from other coaches. I think they will come into fruition, but it'll take some time because, for example, if you look at Klopp in Liverpool, it took him 4 years to actually bring them to where they are. And our players really need time to adapt to it. If they are not the right players, I'm sure he will try to, find the right set of players and try to build from scratch again.
How about you, Syafiq?
We have to understand it's not like Rangnick was given a completely new team, right? That we can expect miracles from him. He still inherited the same team from Ole, right? And he has yet to be given the chance to bring in players like Haidara, for example, to improve the team. And people seem to forget that MU has only lost one game against Wolves under him, right? That's the only game that he has lost. And of course, we did not score that much in other games, right? And he has only been with MU for around 1 month now, right? So it's a bit early to judge him based on his results. But one thing for sure, he needs to sort out the prima donna in the team there. And like Martial and Pogba, he really needs to remind them that he needs to improve the team, and he doesn't have the time to just focus on these 1 or 2 players alone, right? He needs to improve the whole team, right? And it's either you improve or you go out from the team then, right?
Come on, admit it. Do you miss Ole?
To be honest, I would have preferred for Ole to stay, right, until the end of season, solely because I'm not someone who would prefer I'm not someone who likes managers to be sacked in the middle of season, right? When we look at the results, it was terrible enough that I don't really disagree with the board's decision in sacking him, right? But of course, you can ask me again, like in the next, 6 months or 7 months.
I think if we didn't sack Ole, we might have even went to, like a 15th or 14th place, if I'm not mistaken, because that's how bad we were playing actually. And the players were really demotivated. In fact, like when you look at the way that they play also, they were not really in it in the game from the start itself. So I think it was a good move. And bringing in Rangnick was a good move also because he will gradually improve the team. By the end of the season, if we do get rumored to be Pochettino or Eric Ten Hag, I think they would have a better team in hand compared to what we had during Ole times.
With Man United being in the position they are right now, do you think they have a chance to qualify for the Champions League next season?
I would say it's going to be a tough journey for them because even the likes of Arsenal now is in the hunt now with the players that they have. At first, people were skeptical when they bought Ramsdale for 30 million and then Tomiyasu and then the likes of Odegaard buying him again. And weirdly, buying him again actually improved the team much better. During his loan time, he wasn't this good. But Arteta is finally doing something about his team. And also when you look at Aston Villa also is coming back now with Gerrard and then with Philippe Coutinho and Lucas Digne who played really well against Manchester United. So I think Manchester United really have to do something about it in the coming games. As the next game, if not mistaken, we are against Brentford. So we have to kickstart and play well. But it is going to take some time. But maybe we are in the top 8 or top 7 at the end of the day. To get a top 4 is going to be a huge ask also.
Yeah, Syafiq, what is your opinion?
With the current squad and the same gameplay, it will be difficult to qualify for Champions League. Right? Right now, I really think that De Gea is the one that are keeping our team afloat. Right? If we don't have De Gea, we would have lost so many games. Right? So we really need someone to step up.
Can you see anyone catching City right now? They have a healthy 11-point lead at the top. Do you think they're running away with the title at the moment?
It's a bit sickening to think that 2 teams that are vying for the title, right, are our 2 fiercest rival, right? And we cannot do much, and we just have to accept it, right? It's not like we are actually competing against them, right? We are not. And I think Liverpool still has a chance to catch up with City with the gameplay that they are showing us right now, right? They are playing a very fantastic game. And these 2 teams, City and Liverpool, are really scoring for fun right now. They're scoring like 3 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals even. Right? I think Liverpool still has a chance, right? And it's not just City on its own right now.
And Tanvir, what do you think?
I think definitely they will walk with the title, I would say, because their team is just solid, extremely solid, I would say. It's the same story again compared to the last season. They were very much going away with it. And whoever is on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th really need to, up our tempo and learn from our mistakes and try to improve as a team to, challenge them maybe in the coming season because City has been a formidable force in Premier League.
There we have it from the Devils. Syafiq and Tanvir, both of them do think Ralf Rangnick needs some time to make the players adjust to his football. We did hear recently from Cristiano Ronaldo, who thinks the same thing. It's not easy for any manager just to come in and change things on the dot. So let's see if he's given the time. We have some interesting duels at the weekend. We have our eyes on 2. Steven Gerrard taking his Villa side to old rivals Everton, and Antonio Conte returning to Stamford Bridge with Tottenham. The Italian led the Blues to their last Premier League title, so we're keen to see what kind of reception he's going to get. Continue to engage with your Football Mad tribe on FMT's social media platforms to stand a chance of appearing on What's Kickin. It's time to let your football voice be heard. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and bye-bye.